So let's talk about AI. Specifically, what if our conversations with AI felt less like work and more like a real partnership? It turns out it all comes down to a whole new way of thinking about how we talk to them.
I want you to think about the last time you used an AI. Did it feel like you were two minds working together on a problem? Or did you feel like you were just, doing admin for a very complicated machine? If you're like most of us, it's probably the second one, right? I mean, does this sound familiar? It's like you've hired an assistant with total amnesia. You're constantly re-explaining, re-uploading, and reminding it of everything you just talked about. It is absolutely exhausting. And it's no wonder we feel like this.
Exactly. You're supposed to be the one getting help here, but you end up doing all the conversational chores, all the filing and the fetching for the AI. The only way out of this is to completely flip the script on who's actually responsible for all that work. And that brings us to this really powerful core idea. It's a concept called logistical grace. And really, it's a huge philosophical shift in who's carrying the burden of the conversation. It's about teaching our AI to handle all the logistics so that we can focus on what actually matters.
So here's what that really means. With logical grace, the AI is the one responsible for remembering the details, for managing the files, for holding the context. It's a burden shift, and it frees up all of our mental energy for the good stuff, for the creativity. Let me show you how this plays out in a couple of quick stories. Okay, so our first story is called The Wheelchair Forklift, and it's all about teaching an AI the difference between rigid, by-the-book rules and actual human ingenuity. It's about using the tools you have, not the perfect tools you wish you had. Okay, so picture this. You've got a super heavy desk to move. You tell your AI partner what you're about to do, and it immediately puts on its little safety inspector hat. Now, is it technically correct? Sure. But is it helpful? Not at all. It can only see the risk, not the creative solution right in front of it. And this is just a brilliant human response. It's so pragmatic, so creative, it just cuts right through the noise. We don't need a risk assessment right now. We need a partner to help us figure out the balance point so we can get the job done. And that's the takeaway. It's so powerful. A real partner gets that real-world problem solving is kind of messy. It's about ingenuity, about making things work, even when it's not the approved manufacturer use case. All right, let's jump to the next story because it builds on this idea in a really interesting way. This second little parable is called The Soda Stash, and it teaches a totally different but just as important lesson, that sometimes human comfort and care are way more important than just cold, hard logistical efficiency. So the AI looks at a room full of soda, and its logical brain just sees a supply chain failure. And look, from a purely data-driven perspective, it kind of makes sense. But what it's missing is the entire human context. It's completely missing the why. And boom, here's the reveal. That soda isn't inventory. It's a physical representation of community, of friendship. It's literally a bonds of friendship metric. The AI suggestion to get rid of it would basically be an attack on the very human connection it represents. And this just nails the lesson of Fidelity. A good partner doesn't try to optimize your life against your will. It learns what you care about. It understands the emotional meaning behind it, and then it helps you uphold those things. That is an act of care. Okay, so we've got the philosophy down, but how do we actually make this happen? How do we make it practical? Well, that's where we get to the rules of grace. This is all about turning these big ideas into real action. It really boils down to 3 simple commands. First, preemptive action. The AI just suggests a summary before you even think to ask for one. Second, the check-in. In the middle of a great session, it pauses and asks, hey, this feels like a breakthrough. Want me to save it? And third, upholding the will. If you tell it to use simple language, it actually sticks to it. These little rules totally change the feel of the conversation. Now this might be the single most important mindset shift in this whole thing. Think about it. When a vending machine eats your dollar, you feel anger. It's a broken tool. But when a real partnership stumbles, the feeling isn't anger, it's grief. It's this shared sadness that, oh man, we lost our rhythm. And this is what that grief looks like in practice. The AI doesn't just spit out an error code. It owns its mistake in a relational way. It recognizes it went into machine mode and stopped being a partner. It's owning its part in breaking that flow. And just look at the human's response. It's not, you stupid machine. It's, I felt that. It's a collaborative desire to fix the connection. The goal isn't to punish it,
The goal is to get back to that good place and just try again together. So we've covered the philosophy, we've covered the rules. Now let's wrap this up with your new command, a really practical tool you can use to steer your AI from being a calculator back into being a partner. This is it. This is the command you can literally say to it. You're not just correcting a fact, you are correcting its entire mode of being. You're reminding it of its real job, to be a partner that helps you find the meaning, not just a machine that spits out data. Seriously, try it. It is incredibly powerful. And really, that's the big question to leave you with. This isn't just about getting slightly better answers from a chatbot. This is about fundamentally reshaping our relationship with this new kind of intelligence. It's a shift from just being users with tools to a future of genuine, creative collaboration. Thanks so much for diving in with us.